I had a baby in May, so I'm not going back to teaching this year. However, I was a kindergarten teacher, and the teacher in me is just still thinking about back to school and all the August things. So, if you're a first year teacher or new to kindergarten or just want to listen to me ramble, here are 5 things that I was really sure to hit hard that first week of school. Number one, and number one always, is procedures. This is kind of specific to kindergarten because I know a lot of other grades like get into content really quickly. But in kindergarten, I do not touch content for quite a few days. We are going over procedures over and over and over until they are exactly the way that I want them to look. I would sit down before the first day of school and write a whole list in my planner of all the procedures I wanted to cover, from big ones to small ones, walking in the hallway, how we go into lunch in the cafeteria, how we go to our seats, how we go to the carpet. And I do things exactly the way that I want them to look. Even things as small as where you go to get a pencil, how you do that, what you do with your dull pencil, how you ask a question, how you go to the bathroom. Literally anything that your students are going to do in your classroom, think about how you want it to be done to be the least disruptive and the most efficient, and for them to do exactly what you want them to do, and teach them how to do that exactly. Go over it over and over and over, especially if you're in kindergarten, because they are little babies. Go over it over and over, have them physically do it, and when they do it wrong, do it again. Secondly is behavior expectations. If you are in lower elementary, they are just babies and they are still figuring out life, let alone school. In kindergarten especially, they're so little. This kind of goes hand in hand with procedures in some ways, but I teach them exactly what I want them to be doing when I want them to be doing it. If you have class rules or school rules, then the first week is a great time to go over those. We did have school rules, but we didn't really have class rules. We kind of just talked about things that we all agreed should happen in our classroom. Big emphasis on kindness and maintaining a healthy learning environment, aka if we are doing something and it's going to upset our learning environment and not allow others to learn to the best of their ability, then that's not something we should be doing in our classroom. We always read our class as a family and drew a lot of things from that book. Obviously, like I said, they're babies and they're going to require a lot of grace and patience. However, I still hold them to the standard that I want them to be at all year in that first week of school on, because if you kind of let them run all over you and just do whatever they want in your classroom from day one, it's really hard to rein it in later. Number 3, I'm labeling all the student things with their name and number if you do numbers. I wait till the first week to do a lot of this because even though you get your roster before that, a lot of times kids come off of it, new kids come on, your numbers will change. So I kind of wait until the first week to do as much as I can, especially if it is number related, because those number orders can change and it drives me nuts when I have a new student added and the alphabetical order isn't correct anymore by number, if that makes sense.